Where are all my Nvidia bag holders? Raise your hand in the comments section. Woo woo. Excuse me. All jokes aside, I came in hot with that one. Uh, just open short on MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy has to be one of the worst companies, the most overvalued companies within such a short period of time. If you guys haven't looked into this company on why it's pumping up, it's absolutely hilarious. I think it's the next SMCI where it just as quick as it ran up, it's going to come crashing right back down. So I'm very excited to follow up with this one. But on the day, I do have an active short. This is only going to be a day trade. I'm not going to carry this position much longer than the day itself. But big downside, this thing was up 10% on the day right before the market opened and then ended up selling off to lows of 425. That's a 21% sell off, just supporting the case of how overhyped and worthless this company is. Nvidia, a little bit of a different story. Nvidia, again, that was just the joke in the beginning. Nvidia did report really good earnings. They exceeded expectation. I don't think they, and by they, I mean Jensen, the CEO, I think he did an absolute terrible job answering questions on the earnings call. You might love the company, you might be emotionally attached, but you cannot say that he answered any of those questions straightforward. He sounded like Kamala Harris. He was beating around the bush. He would not give a straightforward answer. And it showed night and day, right? It's like when asking one question and then you get told, well, I grew up in a middle-class family. Like he just kept beating around the bush. And I'm so excited to see Nvidia finally now correcting itself. I did take a short on this one. I ended up covering it during today's live trading session. I'm not up a ton. $2,800 is what I ended up closing. And as you guys can see, my position is fully closed. I'm just waiting to see. Yesterday's support that we had right around 140 seems to still be pretty valid. Nvidia is not actively crashing. It pulled on back. A pullback's fine, but I want to see. I want to see if we actually, on the 4-hour time frame, if we begin to retrace down to the moving average, and if we break that moving average, I truly do believe Nvidia can hit lows of 120 per share. But that's again stepping stones. We need to break below that 136 and actively drop below that. And we are far from that as of right now. We're not even testing that support. So as of right now, Nvidia is still bullish. If it offends you that someone's talking, that Nvidia has bearish tendencies, you're hilarious because you get offended over a stock that maybe you own 100, 1,000, 2,000 shares of. It means absolutely nothing, right? So it's just a stock. It's a publicly traded company. Don't get too emotionally attached. If you're so certain that it's going to continue to go up, I dare you to buy more, right? Buy more at the current price level if you think it's such a good deal. You probably won't, right? Because it's not a good deal. Not a good deal at 140 per share. This thing wouldn't surprise me. Again, 136. And then if it breaks below that moving average, right back down to 120 to maybe 110 per share, I would love to see that thing come crashing down. MSTR, another, again, overhyped up company like we were talking about, waiting for the break below EMA. And if we do get that break, I'll double my position, making money as this thing sells off. The downside potential on this one is absolutely wild. Even from the current price level to previous lows, that's a 10% sell off. I'm super excited to follow up. But again, it's a super risky stock. It's extremely volatile. So make sure you manage and mitigate your position size. The only other thing that I quickly wanted to bring up is the rest of the NASDAQ market. NASDAQ market is slightly in the red. It's not by much. It's not a very significant day today. I feel like the market's still trying to decide what to do. And this is where it's very important. Do you see, again, this is overall NASDAQ. This is QQQ. You guys can see that we're still above this moving average. Market is still bullish. For all you bears out there, including myself, we must respect that. As long as the market is still bullish, we might have a bearish day, but overall the market's still bullish. Once and if we break below this moving average, then we can really begin to have our fun. I can double or triple or quadruple my position size, shorting the market on the way down. But as of right now, there's nothing wrong with shorting the market on these little pullbacks, but market direction is not in our favor, big picture, not yet. But again, if we get that break, that's going to be a different story. So I'm very excited to follow up. And again, I like showing you guys all of the good, all of the bad. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I saw some of you guys were getting offended based off of how I was talking about Nvidia and Jensen yesterday. You would think that, Jensen's your partner. You might want to tell your girlfriend or boyfriend that you're cheating on them with Jensen, because I've never seen so many triggered people down in the comment section. It's absolutely hilarious. NVIDIA is a super successful company. It's had an incredible 2024 year, right? You cannot tell me that it's not overhyped. It's not that Nvidia won't be worth more. That's not the if, right? I do believe that it can be. In the short term, Nvidia is incredibly overhyped up, and I think it's due for a pullback. And I think that if you don't see that, then again, maybe we just have a different perspective. I'm very excited to follow up, and I'm excited to put my money where my mouth is, and hope you are too, right? If you think Nvidia is such a good price, such a good deal at 140, 150 per share, I encourage you to buy more. Right, put money where your mouth is, and let's see who ends up walking away in the green. So I'm very excited to follow up. And again, for all of you beginners out there, if you want to put money where your mouth is, right, and you want to see me, actively trade live every single morning, that's exactly what I do in front of my LPP team. You get to see all of my good trades, all of my bad trades, and just like in today's live trading session, you get to see the ins and the outs and the thought process behind every trade I take. So again, second link in the description down below. It breaks down to $1 per day for the current sale that we have going on. So whenever it is that you feel like you are ready to start tuning on in, I'll have that link in the description there for you. I appreciate your time. Hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.